Everyone, welcome back to Over the Line Podcast. I'm your host, Jace Vermillion. Today we got a special guest, Brayson Carter, football player here at Blanchard, also lifelong best friend of mine, great athlete. We're going to have him on. We're going to talk some football today. So, first, kick it off. Biggest deal we got going on right now. Beating Tuttle last Friday night, 20-6.
After beating Newcastle.
Back-to-back Tri-City wins. Big time win over Tuttle. Make them little brother once again. How are you feeling? How was that like? What was that like Friday night?
You know, it was good. It was good seeing all your preparation come together and just like all the work you put in, just go and execute it on Friday, you know?
Absolutely. Yeah. Man, defensive game.
Yeah, for
huge
no
defensive
offense.
game, no offense. Tuttle's quarterback throws 7 interceptions.
7 interceptions.
That has to be close to a record. 8 turnovers overall.
8 turnovers overall.
8 turnovers overall. You had a forced strip fumble.
Mm-hmm.
You had a blocked field goal and an interception.
2 interceptions.
2 interceptions. Wow. Hudson had an interception. Rio had an interception. Tyler had an interception. You had 2 interceptions.
Matthew had 1. Hudson had another one.
Little Matt, yeah. Oh, my. That's just, it was just like, I've never seen that before in the past couple years, Blanchard-wise. It's always shootout offensively. But, man, we come out smoking defensively. We get a stop. They go down and score. And then we just been stop. Then all of our touchdowns came off of defensive plays.
Yeah, and you think about it, their only touchdown came when they were at the 10-yard line.
After a block punt. They get a block punt, they get the ball, in great field position, they get in.
Yeah.
But every time we had them start with bad field position, we made a forced turnover.
We did.
And their quarterback, it also helps, he only had 2 completions that were to his team. Team. So that was good to see. But anyway, what was y'all's main focus going into last week against Tuttle? What was the main focus y'all were really worried about being on top of your game?
Well, one of the main things that we knew we had to score, but obviously that didn't work out.
Yeah,
it's like our big thing was their offense isn't as good, and our defense, we kind of have to take advantage of it, which is what we did.
Yeah,
defense worked. Offense, we weren't as good as we should have been.
Yeah,
and I don't know. I mean, some games that happens.
Yeah. Yeah, man.
Offense isn't going to work, and defense
defense stepped up big time for us Friday night. And I think that's going to be another good thing for us this week. We're going into Classen on a Thursday night game up at Douglas Stadium. I think it'll be good for us offensively wise to get rolling and get going again.
Score some points.
Score some points on the board. Get everyone feeling good. Get back on the right track. It's going to be huge. Let our quarterback Carson Cooksey get back on the reins. Get him feeling good because we got some tough district opponents coming up still. I mean, we're past. Yes, Tuttle and Newcastle were the big dogs we had to beat, and we did. Now, but we can't roll over for the rest of them because we still got Bethany to come. So those are still some hard-nosed football.
Yeah, I
teams.
feel like these next 2 weeks are going to be good for us offensively to score some points,
get rolling,
get back on track, going into Bethany.
Absolutely. If we get hot the last couple of weeks of the season, man, there's no telling what we can do. There's no telling what we can do in the playoffs. But man, what are your thoughts? We got Thursday night game against Classen up at Douglas Stadium.
They've been scoring some points this year.
They are not a bad squad. They got a young quarterback. They're looking pretty good.
Got some good receivers.
They do. They got a lot of speed.
They do.
They're quick. I don't know how big they are size-wise, but I know a lot of their receivers and quarterback, they can run the ball.
I think this week we got to give it to them early.
Yeah.
Just early. Score on them early.
Put it out early. Yeah. I like that. You been watching any let's change it up a little bit here. You been watching any college football?
Shoot, watch that OU Texas game.
Oh, that was a great game.
Wasn't it?
That was an amazing game. As a Sooner fan, it was great to see OU come back after getting skunked 49-0 last year.
It was great to see OU's defense actually play defense.
God. It was a defensive week this past week. Blanchard defense steps up.
Yep.
OU's defense steps up.
Yep.
That was a great game to watch. Texas, man, they're a lot better than I thought they were.
Yeah.
They are good this year, and our Dylan Gabriel stepped up big time. You could definitely tell the difference in not having him last year.
And that fourth down stop on the goal line.
On the goal line, they tried to run that screen.
Yep.
That was big time play.
Did you watch the USC game?
I did not. They
3 overtimes.
3 overtime. Is Arizona?
Arizona, yep.
Yeah. That's embarrassing for USC. They're supposed to be one of the best best teams in the country.
I mean, that's all Oklahoma fans can say is Lincoln Riley didn't have the defense he had at OU.
Never did.
And he's showing it why.
Yeah, exactly. They're showing it. They're giving up, how many points were they? What was it, like 30 to 33?
Like 40, 43, 40.
Yeah, something like that. That's embarrassing. To be a top country team in the country like that and to be...
And not have a defense.
No.
I mean, sometimes
you have absolutely, no doubt, the best quarterback in college football right now.
Oh, by far.
No, by far. How do you not?
You might have one of the best offenses in the country.
Easily. The quickest.
Mm-hmm.
They spread out. They bring it in. They're so flexible.
Mm-hmm.
But, man, between college football and high school football, the Fridays and Saturdays are so fun this time of the year.
They are.
It's so fun to sit there and just sit down, watch football, whether you're in your student section or you're sitting on your couch on Saturday morning watching all those early games.
Yeah.
But so let's talk about you real quick. How are you feeling on this season so far? How do you think you've been doing?
I think I've been doing pretty good this season. I'm not last year I had a bunch of tackles, but this year I'm not having as many tackles, and I think that's just better. Like, our defense is getting better. Linebackers are making more tackles.
We're playing more as a team this year.
Yeah, we are. Doing good on offense. Carson's getting me the ball. We're catching them. We're doing good. I'm doing good. Right, everything's working out.
Yeah, I 100% agree. I mean, you're a big part of our defense, our pass game, vital. Because whenever the other teams start trying to throw the ball, you and Cork have been stepping up big time, helping out our outside backers and our corners.
Yep.
And on offense, man, you can't look past the threat we have with you when the ball gets in your hands. When we get the ball in your hands, it's just another level. Our offense goes another level.
And if some teams, they want to double me or they want to put someone on me, we have other players.
Open up Cork, open up Reagan, opens up our running game.
It does.
We saw that against Tuttle Friday night. They were so worried about the pass. Vaughn was getting 5, 6, 7 yards every
Same with Newcastle.
run.
That Newcastle game, all they were worrying about was the pass. And so we ran and we ran.
It opened up a run game.
And you know what the run game opens up? The pass game.
Yeah, that's one thing about our offense. The past couple years, we've been pass heavy. Well, man, when they're so worried about our pass, opens up the run game. We're a different animal. And so that's one thing I've been noticing is, like, whenever our pass game starts to really develop, our run game just opens up even more. So, what are your hopes? Not hopes, but like, what's the goal this year? Goal this season.
This season, I really want to make a run in the playoffs. Getting beat in the quarterfinals every year
2 years in a row
sucks. And so now with a big win over Tuttle, it gives us a good shot at hosting districts, which means we'll get some home games for playoffs. Yeah. And I think that's a big deal in playoffs is hosting.
Yeah.
That's a big deal.
Yeah, that's huge. If we can win out and host first and second round, that there's no telling where we
get neutral site
for third.
Yep.
There's no telling what we're doing. It's been 3 years. This would mark 3 years since we've hosted the first and second round. Because the last time Blanchard football hosted was our 8th grade year.
Yeah, when the COVID.
Right after COVID. Yeah, right after COVID, we go. Blanchard wins their district, beats Tuttle on the last play of the game touchdown, and then we win the first and second round, and then semis we get beat by Clinton.
Yep, and they go on to lose in the finals. They lost to Wagner.
That's right.
And then next year they beat Tuttle.
They spanked Tuttle that year, our freshman year.
Yeah, they did, man.
But yeah, all right. So, Brayson, me and you, we've been friends forever. We grew up playing sports. Anything you could think of, we did it growing up. And then when I finally moved back here a couple years ago, it was just like nothing switched.
Yeah, no.
What do you think? I want to word this correctly. Between baseball and football, what do you think has been the most fun sport that we've done together? Like, whether it's school ball, summer ball. Agree?
Baseball. Yeah.
Summer baseball. I was hoping you'd say that because I agree. There's nothing like summer ball with the guys, whether we're traveling to Texas, Kansas,
Arkansas,
Missouri,
Memphis.
Oh my gosh, we've been all over. I was talking with Court the other day. There's nothing like in the summer. You're not going to be home Wednesday to Sunday. No, you're gone with the guys. We're surviving together all summer long.
I couldn't tell you how many times we get home on Monday and I tell my mom, just wash these clothes and put it right back in my suitcase.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. I just take my whole suitcase in there, wash it, and bring it back.
Yep.
There was no point. But speaking of baseball, what do you? We got big baseball season coming up this year.
Big hopes too. Big hopes to do the same thing.
We got
this
big
time we
plans.
We want to win that thing.
It's this year's is definitely a little personal. I think for our grade at least, because people have been saying, "Well, y'all aren't doing what everyone was saying y'all were gonna do. We're hearing y'all are gonna be the best grade to come through.
Yeah,
y'all are gonna do all this. Well, what happened? Y'all been beat. You win a state championship your freshman year behind 5 seniors. Your sophomore year, you get beat in the finals by Tuttle.
Yeah, just to lose 5 seniors that all played and to make it back to the.
That's got to be a statement.
Yeah,
how is that not a statement?
Exactly.
And then I still hear people saying, "Well, y'all aren't as good as y'all are supposed to be." So me personally, this is a personal year of baseball. We have a huge statement to make. Can we come right back? We didn't lose nobody last year.
We didn't.
We actually gained an arm or two. We got Milligan back healthy. We have a freshman pitcher who's not bad. Who's a lefty pitcher, not bad. If you think about it, we should be right back there. And if we don't win it, I think it's a disappointment.
It is.
Right? Because it's expected from us.
I think it's a disappointment these next 2 years if we don't make it
Absolutely.
back or win it.
If we aren't in the state finals next 2 years, it's a disappointment for us.
It is.
And that's why I think these next we're gonna win a chip in football this year.
We will.
Ooh. We're gonna get done. We're gonna move on to winter, and we're gonna go to baseball, and it's gonna be a whole different mindset for us.
And it'd be a big thing if we can get this bond to pass. Everybody vote today.
Vote today. I know this may not be out by the time the voting's over,
but we hope that everybody said yes.
Please go vote for our future. It's not just for us. It's for the little league kids that look up to us. And there's nothing better than winning a game and coming over and singing the fight song, and all the little kids are in the front row behind home plate cheering and so excited to see us. So that's who we play for. We play for the little kids. We play for the town of Blanchard. And so if you could just somehow go out and vote yes for us today, we would really appreciate it. It's not just about having nice facilities. It's about getting what you deserve, working so hard for. The town of Blanchard has had a great and rich history of sports, not just baseball, softball, basketball, football, everything, track, cross country, band. All of our athletics have always been pristine and at the top. So we would really appreciate if you can go out and vote yes for us. But thanks for coming on today, Brayson.
Yes, sir, Jace. Thanks for having me.
Absolutely, man. I appreciate it. Y'all go watch Brayson tear it up on Thursday night against Classen. We were at Douglas Stadium on Martin Luther King Boulevard. If you can't make it, it'll be live on BlanchardLions.tv. Shout out to Miss Robertson for putting that on for us every Friday night. Thank you. We'll see you next week.